Hello, guys. Good evening. Hello, everyone.
Hello, teacher.
Hello,
Hi,
teacher.
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
How are you today?
I'm good.
I'm doing
Excellent,
good,
teacher.
teacher, and you?
Okay, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. All right, guys. I think almost everyone, all the students are connected now, so we can begin our lesson today. All right, so let's check first the date, June 21st, and this is our class number 8. This is part 1, right, of level B2.1. So I'll read the agenda for you guys. I'll explain what we are going to do, and then we can check the attendance, okay? So remember yesterday I sent you some activities for us to check the answers today. So we're going to do that about the reading that we did yesterday. Then we're going to play a short game to practice the vocabulary that we learned yesterday about fame. We're going to continue on page 119. So we're going to do extra practice about the infinitives and the gerunds on page 119, the topic that you studied yesterday with teacher Sandy. And if we have enough time, we will do the listening activity on page 119. And finally, we will have some time, around 20 minutes, to give you some feedback on your project advances, okay? If you have them ready today, I will check them and give you some recommendations if it's necessary to have some corrections. Maybe not for all the students, but some of you, if you have it, you can upload it to the folder that I sent you. And we will check it by the end of the class, okay? So do we have questions about this, about the project, about the first advance? Okay. No questions? Right, guys. Also, I want to inform you that today the coordinator Lilian Carolina will connect in the session for a few minutes, and she is going to talk to you about something really important that was discussed with the students from the other group as well. So she will tell you all about this and present the situation for you. So just be attentive, listen to what she's saying so you can take all the information, all right? So we are when she connects, I'll let her speak to you guys, okay? So this is the agenda. Now we are going to check the list. 1 second, please. I will turn off my camera while I check the attendance. Okay, Gerson Arismendi.
Hi, teacher. Present.
Hello, thank you. Jean-Claude Barrera.
Present, teacher.
All right, Jessica Calderon.
Hello, teacher. Present.
Hello, thank you. Natalia Camargo.
Present, teacher.
All right. Andrés Correa.
Hi, teacher. Present.
Okay. Silvia Cuellar. Okay, Silvia. Okay. Silvia. Silvia, let's see. All right, guys. The activity that I sent you yesterday, we are going to check is on page 117, all right? It was about the text that we read in class together yesterday, remember? Pages 116 and 117. Can you all hear me? Do you?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
All right. Good. So let's continue. In the list, Johan.
I teacher present.
Okay. Elkin Fernández.
Present teacher.
Okay. Julián Figueroa.
Present teacher.
Okay. Ginette Fontecha.
Present teacher.
All right. Carlos Galán.
Present teacher.
Okay. Mabel Gamboa.
Present teacher.
All right. José Alejandro Gómez.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay. And Lisette Tarazona.
Present teacher.
All right, guys. Good. Excellent. So let's open the book here. And let's check the answers. Just one moment, please. Okay, so let's check. The activity was, what we're going to start off with today is on page 117. Okay, remember that yesterday we read this text, 15 minutes of fame, and we had to answer these questions or complete these sentences according to the article. Yes? So I think we checked the first one. And the second one, yes, I remember 1 and 2, and then you had to complete the others. So let's see. The first one, it was, let's see, the TV talent show contestants fight like gladiators for a record deal. The second one was there were fewer celebrities because there was no photography. So let's see the next ones, if you have the answers. In the 19th century, the rise of celebrities was caused by?
Cheap newspaper.
Yes, it is correct. Thank you, Jessie. By cheap newspapers and the demand of stories, exciting stories. This was the answer for number 3. Number 4, Sam Patch died trying to do what?
Teacher, jump
Yeah,
into
jump
the,
into
jump the Genesee River in New York.
It is correct, yes. He tried to jump on the Genesee River in New York. It's correct. Number 5, on television, the cheapest entertainers are?
The audience.
The audience.
Yes, the audience. Exactly, the audience. Number 6, Richard and Mayumi Hini were probably motivated of a desire for?
Landing
Have their own reality show.
Yes, for to have a reality TV show, or the desire for fame. Yes. Wait. Next, it was number 7. Okay, Silvia, no problem. I see your messages. Number 7, of teenagers expect to be famous. What was the percentage?
40%.
Yes, 40% of teenagers expect to be famous. Number 8, Susan Boyle spent some time in a psychiatric clinic because?
She couldn't deal the pressure.
She couldn't deal with the pressure. It's correct. Number 9, celebrities' greatest single worry. ¿Cuál es su única preocupación? The greatest single worry.
Teacher, the press and the paparazzi.
Yes, press and paparazzi. And number 10, Donato Dalrymple possibly suffers from?
Andy Warhol syndrome.
Yes, the syndrome of having to adjust to ordinary life after you have had some fame or you have been in a spotlight in the media. You go back to your simple life, or yes, not famous life, and this is called the Andy Warhol syndrome. All right, guys, very good. Thank you everyone for participating. I'll take this into account, of course, for your grades. You see, if I take notes, is because I'm writing who participates for the grades on the quizzes, percentage of your grade, right? Okay, guys, good. So that was our little homework. Now we're going to continue with an activity to practice the vocabulary. In this part of Unit 12, it was about fame, okay? So I'll send you the link. This is the link for the activity. So you click on the big screen, start. Okay, so what we have to do here is match the column A with column B, okay? You will have three like opportunities or three lives. So you just click on the first and find the correspondent word to complete the phrase, okay? This was from our vocabulary that we studied yesterday. So I'll give you some minutes, 5 minutes, and then we socialize your answers, okay? Okay, guys, I think we had enough time to solve the activities, so let's share the answers with the class. Okay, let's socialize them. So the first one is to have a reputation. What is the answer? To have a reputation?
For doing
For
something.
doing something.
It is correct. To have a reputation for doing something. To be splashed across
Newspaper.
Newspapers.
across the newspapers. It is correct. A household
Name.
Name.
name. Yes, household name. An overnight
Sensation.
Sensation.
sensation. It is correct. To make a
Comeback.
Comeback.
a comeback. To be ill-equipped to deal
With something.
Something.
with something. It's correct. To draw huge
Crowds.
crowds. Yes, crowds. Act like a
Diva.
Diva.
diva. And to be in the media
Spotlight.
spotlight. Okay, very good. Hey guys, any questions about the vocabulary? Is everything clear? I think it is. Okay,
Yes, teacher.
great. Okay, guys, so listen, we're going to continue on page 119. Yesterday, you studied, well, this grammatical part with teacher Sandy about different uses of gerunds and infinitives, right? So today we're going to complete the practice in this part, in part 2A on page 119, okay? In this activity, it says to complete the questions below with the correct form of the verb. So the verb can be either infinitive or it can be a gerund, okay? So you have 6 questions with some gaps for you to complete. I'll give you some time for you to check the questions and try to complete them with the correct form of the verb go, get, chat, stick, remember, again, remember, get, feel, or take, okay? And be. So let's have some time to do that. After you finish, we will socialize and then we will discuss these questions, okay? So as you are doing the activity, start thinking about your answers for each question. For example, how would you feel about going or to go to a big social gathering on your own? Alone, right? So no friends, no family. How would you feel in this event on your own? Okay, so you will start thinking about your answers as well for these questions. Okay, let's have 5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes to complete this, and then we check the answers together.
Teacher, sorry. What
Yes.
page is?
Page 119.2a.
Okay, teacher.
All right, guys, let me know when you are ready, okay? Okay, guys, ready? Do we have the answers for point 2A? Okay, I see Sylvia is ready. Elkin also. Okay, yes, I think you had enough time. So let's check the answers together. Let's see. The first one, Andres. Can you read the whole sentence? How did you complete it?
Okay, teacher. How would you feel about going to a big social gathering on your own?
Yes, it is correct. How would you feel about going to a big social gathering on your own? Carlos, the second one, on average?
Yes, teacher. On average, how much time do you spend to get ready before you go out?
In this case, is getting. How much time do you spend getting ready before you go out? So the verb spend is used generally with gerund, okay? So we use ing. Spend getting ready before you go out. Next, Elgin, number 3.
At Paris, are you happy chatting to people you don't know, or do you tend sticking with people you know?
Okay, in this case, remember that generally with adjectives, we use the infinitive too. So are you happy to chat to people you don't know, or do you tend
To
to
chat too?
to chat to? Yes, because we have an adjective here. After adjectives, generally we use the infinitive form. Are you sad to go? Are you happy to be here? Okay. After adjectives, we use the infinitive form.
Do you tend to stick with people?
Yes. And do you tend to stick with people you know? It is correct. Number 4. It is number 4. Yes, Gerson?
Teacher, I had a question about
Okay.
number two.
Yes.
Uh,
Number 2. Here?
the answer is to get.
No, it's spend
Why,
getting
teacher?
ready.
Be-
It's
I, I
the
had
because
here.
is the verb spend. So remember, some verbs are used with gerunds, some verbs are used with infinitives, and some are used with both. Okay? The verb spend, gastar, is generally used with gerunds. So, how much time do you spend cutting your hair? Okay? Or how much money do um, you spend on eating outside? Okay? So the verb spend generally we use with gerunds.
Okay, teacher, I had a confusion because in third sentence, then is a verb. Tem-
Third, he-
Then,
tend, tender,
do you,
yes, tend to. Entonces, hay verbos en los cuales, y eso sí lo debemos aprender o tratar de diferenciarlo, pues en parte de memoria. Hay verbos con los cuales usamos gerundios y hay verbos con los cuales usamos infinitivos separados, ¿no? Hay unos que solo aceptan gerundios, otros que solo aceptan infinitivos y hay verbos en los cuales podemos usar ambos y también hay otros verbos en los cuales usamos ambos, pero cambia el significado dependiendo si es con gerundio o con infinitivo. Okay? So, this is what we need to study. Yes, Julian, you had a question?
At the same.
Easily? Okay.
Yes.
For example, on page 164, vamos a ver, en la página 164, acá nos dan algunos ejemplos, ¿no? Entonces, mira, algunos verbos son seguidos por un gerundio, el verbo admit, can't stand, consider, deny, enjoy, hate. El verbo hate también puede ser con infinitivo. Hate o hate doing something o hate to do something. Podría ser con ambos. Imagine, like, dislike, love, mind o don't mind, miss, practice, risk, suggest. Entonces, estos verbos son seguidos por un gerundio. I admit doing something, ¿ok? Gerundios. Ok, chicos. Ya va a ingresar la coordinadora Carolina, ya está en la sala. Entonces le vamos a dar la palabra a ella, ¿ok?
Hola, buenas noches. Esperen, me encuentro porque es que recién uno ingresa aquí, la pantalla se hace más pequeñita y bueno. Buenas noches para todos. No sé si la profesora Laura Juliana ya les comentó, para todos y todas, no sé si la profe Laura Juliana ya les comentó un poquito.
No,
¿No?
Caro, les comenté que ibas a entrar y les ibas a hablar, no les comenté nada.
Nada, no les
Ok.
adelantaste nada.
Ujú.
Bueno, buenas noches. No sé si me están escuchando. Espero que sí, porque si no me voy.
Claro.
Claro, claro.
Bien, este grupo me extrañaría que... Bueno, queridos y queridas estudiantes, les cuento rápidamente. El día de ayer, el otro grupo que está a la par con ustedes habló en el bloque de la profesora Laura Juliana. Con la profesora Laura Juliana le manifestaban ellos a Laura unas preocupaciones que tenían. Ellos le manifestaban que están muy contentos con el curso, habían aprendido mucho, estaban satisfechos, pero sentían que como que el ritmo del curso los estaba con, o sea, como que no llego al B2.5 o al call center, ¿sí? O sea, al nivel de call center, como que veo que esto me ahoga un poquito. Entonces, ellos le pedían a Laura Juliana que hablara conmigo, a ver si yo podía escucharlos hoy o si ellos me puedan escribir un correo, bueno. Esto me lo dijo ella ayer después de la clase, después de las 10 de la noche. Yo decía, bueno, pues sí, yo le decía a Laura, yo puedo ir a escucharlos mañana, pero pues yo no tomo la decisión de modificar cronograma. O sea, esa es una decisión que no está como dentro de mi poder, ¿sí? Entonces, yo dije, no, pues lo que podemos hacer es gestionar algo, o sea, preguntar a ver si hay la posibilidad, si no hay la posibilidad de ofrecer alguna alternativa. Teniendo en cuenta que esto se iba a hacer para el otro grupo, lo justo es ofrecerlo acá también, ¿sí? Y lo ideal sería que en ambos grupos pues se acoja. Acabo de venir del otro grupo, allá quedaron, bueno, mejor dicho, están es como partiendo torta y celebrando en este momento. Entonces vamos a ver si ustedes, pues al escuchar la propuesta, se decían, hayan pasado, ¿sabes qué me dijeron, Laura? Que ya estaban redactando la carta, pero él dijo, pero esta carta tendrían que redactarla entre hoy y mañana, y dijeron, no, es que ya la estamos
Ya
aquí
la tenían.
terminando. Sí, ya la estamos redactando, no, sino que, de que estamos esperando aquí que usted nos definiera. Y yo le dije, ah, bueno, no, perfecto. Bueno, ellos quedaron muy contentos. Entonces, ¿qué es lo que pasa? Como ellos nos manifestaban, como sentirse como un poco cansados del ritmo y esto. Yo no puedo modificar los cronogramas, no tenía idea porque hay que entender que esto es un contrato, que lo firman dos partes, que hay una interventoría, que es un ente que supervisa que el contrato se cumpla como fue establecido. Entonces, yo no puedo hacer nada si yo no sé más allá de estas obligaciones contractuales que hay. Lo que hicimos fue esta mañana con Nancy solicitar una reunión, Nancy, la coordinadora de seguimiento, solicitar una reunión con la profesora Laura Dueñas, directora del Instituto de Lenguas de la UIS, quien amablemente nos recibió hoy sobre las 2:15 para revisar pues esta solicitud hecha por el otro grupo. ¿Qué nos decía ella? Primero que pues si se hacía esta revisión se hacía para los dos grupos, era lo justo. Y que lo primero que se debía hacer era que ustedes esta solicitud verbal que se hizo debe quedar como por escrito, ¿sí? O sea, debe haber una solicitud escrita. Envía al instituto, pues me la envían a mí, yo se la hago llegar a la profe Laura, o se la envían directamente a la profe Laura. Tiene que ser entre hoy y mañana, pues porque el otro ciclo va a iniciar ya la otra semana, ¿cierto? Entonces, la decisión no la toma Carolina, no la toma Laura Juliana, no la toma la profesora Laura Dueñas. Esta propuesta y su solicitud y la propuesta que nosotros hagamos para resolver su solicitud, tendríamos que llevarla a la interventoría del proyecto. Entonces la profe Laura tiene que solicitar con sus cartas en mano que la interventoría y la gobernación la reciban para que la escuchen y digan, bueno, ahí tenemos estas solicitudes de los estudiantes, ¿cierto? Nosotros proponemos esta solución y díganos si es posible o no. El día de hoy, pues nosotros revisamos como en los términos de algo que se llama la minuta, que es como un documento que queda con fechas y demás, si por lo menos de lo que nosotros veíamos era viable, ¿cierto? Hacer estas modificaciones y pensaríamos que sí, pero pues las decisiones tienen que tomarse allá con las personas que están pues en la parte más arriba de este convenio. ¿Cuál fue el planteamiento del otro grupo? Decían, bueno, que si podíamos disminuir la cantidad de días que teníamos clase a la semana a 4 días y no a 5. O si podíamos dar un día más de descanso, o si se podía disminuir la intensidad. Revisando los tiempos, tratando de ver que los tiempos de la profesora Laura, porque esto tiene muchas implicaciones, ¿no? O sea, por favor, ténganlo en cuenta. O sea, se modifican los contratos, ya no se termina en tal fecha, se extienden las fechas, la coordinadora Carolina tiene que volver a cambiar todos los cronogramas, documentos, no sé qué, todo cambia, fechas de exámenes, bla, 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 todo se mueve, todo se modifica. Entonces, teniendo en cuenta todo eso, consultamos con las profesoras Laura Juliana y Sandy Yola y si estaban dispuestas también como a ofrecer su tiempo, porque no es que nos van a pagar más ni nada, simplemente que se nos extiende el tiempo en el que tenemos que terminar las horas que están pactadas. Entonces ellas amablemente dijeron que estarían dispuestas. Les voy a mostrar, si Laura me permite compartir, les voy a mostrar el calendario que tenemos en este momento, el cronograma que tenemos en este momento, el que estamos siguiendo, y después les muestro la propuesta. ¿Sí? Laurita, ¿ya puedo compartir?
Sí, Caro, ya puedes. Ujú.
Sí, listo. Entonces, déjame listo acá el documento. Todos pendientes, ¿no? Luego no digan que, ay, no sabías que eso, nunca me dijeron. Bueno, entonces, este es el cronograma que tenemos ahorita. En este cronograma, estamos acá en este nivel B2.1, a punto de terminar, 26-27 de junio, 2 días de receso, iniciamos el 28, ¿verdad? Y seguiríamos con los niveles B2.2, B2.3, B2.4, B2.5, pasaríamos a call center, que cambiaría a 2 horas diarias, de lunes a viernes, para terminar el 6 de octubre, ¿ok? Pero, si aplicamos la alternativa que el instituto en la tarde de hoy desarrolló para atender la solicitud de sus compañeros del otro grupo, quedaría de esta manera el cronograma. tendrían ustedes clase de 4 horas de lunes a jueves, es decir, viernes libre. Creo que a nadie le molestaría tener el viernes libre, ¿verdad? Entonces, los viernes estarían libres. Esto hace que pues se mueva un poco el calendario, pero además no tomamos en cuenta una de las opciones que nos planteó el otro grupo, sino dos, que era tener más días de descanso. Entonces, del B2.1 al B2.2 no hay nada que podamos hacer porque este otro nivel ya va a empezar, ¿cierto? O sea, aquí mantendríamos estas dos fechas y empezaríamos el 28 de junio, pero a partir de este 28 de junio ya cambia todo, porque terminaríamos el 17 de julio, porque aquí ya en B2.2 que inicia, o sea, la fecha de inicio no se modifica, pero sí, a partir de ese B2.2 ya empezarían a tener clases de lunes a jueves, no de lunes a viernes. Las mismas 4 horas, pero de lunes a jueves. Todo el mundo tendría el viernes libre. Y además, ese viernes libre lo tendríamos en cuenta en los recesos. ¿Cómo? Ustedes tendrían receso del nivel B2.2 al B2.3, 18, 19, 20 y 21 de julio. ¿Por qué? Porque el 20 de julio es festivo y el 21 de julio es viernes. Entonces los viernes los tomaríamos en cuenta para no solo para las clases del ciclo, sino para los recesos también. Siguiente nivel iría del 24 de julio al 9 de agosto y los recesos serían del 10 al 14, teniendo en cuenta que el 11 de julio es viernes. Entonces, se agrega ese día ahí de receso. Siguiente nivel, del 15 al 31 de agosto, tendrían de receso 1, 4 y 5 de septiembre, porque el 1 de septiembre es viernes. Entonces, se agrega ese día al receso. Y en B2.5 sería del 6 al 21 de septiembre, con receso el 22, 25 y 26, teniendo en cuenta que el 22 es viernes. El último ciclo de call center que está programado para hacer estaba programado 2 horas de lunes a viernes, sería 2 horas de lunes a jueves, excepto los 2 primeros días, que serían, o sea, a ver, hay 2 opciones acá. A esto sí le daríamos como un manejo interno. ¿Por qué? Porque es que resulta que está el 31 de octubre como fecha de finalización. Y entonces pensamos en que si alguien tiene hijos y quiere llevar a sus hijos al centro comercial o acompañarlos a pedir dulces en el conjunto o en el barrio, que si alguien tiene mascotas y disfraza a sus mascotas y las lleva ese día, o tiene una fiesta ese día, porque ese día se hace fiesta. Bueno, a pesar de que creo que cada entre semana, pero pues, alguien quiere celebrar ese día. Entonces, tomando en cuenta que el 31 de octubre es una fecha especial, entonces podríamos hacer lo siguiente. Tener 4 horas el primer día, que es el 27 de septiembre, y el lunes a jueves el resto, 2 horas para terminar el 31 de octubre, o tener 4 horas 27 y 28 de septiembre, los 2 primeros días, para no terminar el 31 sino el 30. Y que tuvieran pues el 31 ya, a partir del 31 ya libre para las actividades. Entonces ya no terminaríamos el 6 de octubre, sino el 31 de octubre. Repito, esto es por solicitud del otro grupo y tratando de ser justos, queremos ofrecerles a ustedes esta misma opción, que creería yo que a nadie le molesta, pero pues de todas maneras queríamos decirles y pues es importante que entonces alguien tome el liderazgo para redactar la carta, o también lo dije en el otro grupo, ellos ya tienen más o menos su carta, les dije que sí, ellos les podrían a ustedes compartir la carta para que, sí, o que hagan una sola carta y todos la firmen, qué sé yo, firma digital supongo, ¿cierto? Para que nos la puedan hacer llegar mañana. Y pues nosotros estaríamos dispuestos a hacer todo esto, creemos que dentro de las posibilidades del contrato, para que la interventoría la revise y diga si es viable o no viable para el Instituto y la Gobernación hacer esta modificación. Por nuestra parte, estaríamos dispuestos a colaborar porque sí, o sea, lo que nosotros más queremos es que ustedes estén en el programa, terminen, pero se sientan bien también, ¿sí? Entonces, pues este sería como nuestro granito de arena para aportar. A eso los escucho. El silencio significa sí a todo. O sea,
Sí a todo.
Bueno, gracias, Elkin. Que Elkin está, sí, no, el otro grupo, mejor dicho, me pidieron el día del cumpleaños, que donde se ponía el 100 en la encuesta de satisfacción, todo. Entonces, vamos a ver acá cómo está
Ah,
la
no,
cosa. Natalia.
el 100 está asegurado, ese 100 está asegurado.
Sí, ese sí, no, mentiras, no, la verdad, yo agradezco que sean lo más honestos posibles, eso nos ayuda a mejorar. Natalia, Natalia va a hablar, no sé quién más va a
Sí,
hablar.
profe, sí, muchas gracias. No, la verdad, yo creo que es como el sentir también de este grupo.
Oh,
Hablo pues yo creo que por todos, porque realmente es una, o sea, la oportunidad que nos dan con este curso que nos dio la gobernación y pues por medio de ustedes, de todo el esfuerzo, realmente ha sido algo muy, muy bueno. O sea, por lo menos en mi caso, yo siento que he aprendido muchísimo, pero sí se siente realmente el golpe, digamos, físico y pues mental, porque pues uno está trabajando o está estudiando y son 4 horas diarias y llega el viernes, que es como el final de la semana, y llega uno realmente muy molido para continuar con el estudio. Y aunque uno pues a veces de corazón quiera meterle la ficha a este tema, el cuerpo ya como que dice no, no más, estoy cansado y se siente realmente sí. Yo he hablado con algunos compañeros y ese era el sentir, no lo habíamos dicho, yo creo que nos ganaron los del primer grupo, pero sí se venía sintiendo desde hacía un tiempo. Y también lo otro es que eh, nos sirve para poder repasar, porque a veces, pues al ser súper intensivo este curso, muchas cosas se nos quedan como en la
mm,
teoría y como que no nos da el tiempo para poderlas poner en práctica y estar más seguros. Entonces se nos escapan muchas cositas que con esos días de más, yo creo que de pronto los podemos tratar de
yo
poner.
veré, ¿no? Luego llega el viernes y nadie, Carolina Acevedo, como soy juiciosa, yo diría 2 horitas estudio y de 6 a 8 y las otras 2 ya me dedico a descansar. Yo sé que ustedes todos están diciendo que ay, sí, yo también, pero vamos a ver a la hora, todo el mundo el viernes, bueno, viernes me voy. Pero bueno, ojalá sea así como dice Natalia, ojalá de verdad le dediquen, aunque sea 1 o 2 horitas, allá la conciencia les remuerda tantito y digan, hay 1 horita hoy voy a repasar, voy a hacer Moodle, este ciclo sí, voy a hacer Moodle.
Profe, y la
Sí,
otra cosa es que pues, la carta yo creo que sí sería una buena idea que nos la pudieran compartir
yo
para
les
que
dije,
queden todas las firmas de pronto de todos los grupos,
Laura, tú
queden en un
estás
solo
en los 2
documento,
grupos.
creería yo.
Sí, yo estoy en los
Sí,
dos grupos, entonces no sé si...
o sea, lo más fácil
em,
sería una sola carta con la firma de todos, la
exacto,
verdad.
ahí cómo sería de pronto, si ustedes me permiten compartirle los correos a uno de los chicos del otro grupo y que ellos les puedan enviar, o cómo la harán para firmarla, no sé, o sea, como que queden todas las firmas juntas, supongo.
Sí, ahí sería
Johan,
como preguntar cómo están haciendo en el
ok.
otro grupo para, sí, porque ellos, no sé si es que tienen un
Pues
documento,
profe,
ellos dijeron que ya estaban allá redactando y firmando y de todo.
creería yo
Señora,
que se podría hacer de pronto suministrándole a los compañeros, si no es mucha molestia, suministrándole los nombres de aquí después de todos los compañeros y luego de pronto la profe Laura nos los puede enviar por correo o no sé, porque por PDF se puede
O,
firmar fácil, no habría problema.
o profe, pues, o también, hola, ¿cómo están? Buenas noches.
ay, ahí
O
todos
también otros.
participan, ¿no? Qué belleza.
Tantos
No,
No, me
despiertos.
señor.
parece maravillosa la idea. Bueno, estaba escuchándolos
Gracias.
atentamente. Sobre el tema de la carta, no sé si haya posibilidad de que el otro grupo cree un drive compartido donde suban el documento en Word y ahí
Creo que sí hicieron.
se puedan poner los nombres y las firmas de cada uno. Y pues ya cuando estén todas las firmas, pues ya proceder a descargar el documento final. Sería pues una opción también pues
Eso creo que
viable.
hicieron, porque a mí Mendy me dijo, ¿qué estamos ya en eso? De acá todos, o sea, si están todos es porque tienen un documento compartido. Yo lo entendía así, ellos tenían tal vez como un documento compartido. Entonces, bueno, entonces les venía a contar eso. Hay que tener en cuenta, ojo que esta no es una decisión, ténganlo claro. Ustedes, o bueno, sus compañeros tuvieron como la valentía, digamos así, no sé por qué somos así. Tocar no es entrar, uno puede tocar a ver qué le dicen. Entonces, ya que lo dejen a uno entrar, pero aprendamos también a eso, a decir, ¿por qué uno dice, no, que pero uno se queja y no dice nada, pues quién pasa a ver qué? Entonces, a veces es importante pues decir las cosas y también es importante pues que haya alguien dispuesto a escuchar, yo lo sé y creo que nosotros acá, yo espero que se sienta, tanto Laura Juliana como Sandy, como Nancy, como yo, hacemos nuestro trabajo bueno, y Laura Daniela, que es la profe encargada del otro grupo, hacemos nuestro trabajo con todo el cariño del mundo. De verdad que queremos lo mejor para ustedes. Las profes están dispuestas a modificar sus horarios, su tiempo de contrato, a extenderse. Nosotras estuvimos dispuestas hoy como a gestionar rápido esta reunión, que nos recibieran, que todo. De verdad que nuestro interés sí es que ustedes terminen, pero también es que lo hagan sintiéndose bien, ¿sí? Su salud emocional, mental. Tenemos que esperar ahora que con la carta o las cartas, la profesora Laura pues, sea atendida por la interventoría del proyecto y la gobernación, a ver qué les dicen ellos. De lo que la profe revisó hoy en la reunión con su coordinadora administrativa y lo que nos compartieron, ellas creerían que tenemos como ese espacio ahí de tiempo para movernos, a menos que ellos digan algo, por lo contrario. Pero estamos nosotros dispuestos por parte del instituto a colaborarles en todos los documentos que toca modificar, todo. Bueno, no quiero ni pensarlo, sino aquí me arrepiento yo. No, mentira, yo también estoy muy dispuesta a colaborarles. Créanme que de anoche que Laura me dijo, yo solo esperaba que amaneciera, porque eso me trajo bastante preocupación. No sé, ¿alguien más iba a hablar? Si tienen preguntas. Entonces toca esperar, ¿no? La decisión y toca correr con todo porque pues ya el otro ciclo está a la vuelta de la esquina y si nos seguimos demorando, pues no nos va a dar el tiempo, ¿no? Todos
Listo,
felices.
yo ahorita que pase al otro bloque, le pido a los chicos que me puedan compartir el documento, pues cómo lo van a hacer y sí sería bueno pues que firmen todos una sola carta, pues es
Yo
el
pienso que es
mismo
más
nivel.
práctico. Sí, sí, sí. La coordinadora Nancy estaba dispuesta también como a colaborarles tal vez voy a decirle a Nancy que ya la tienen casi lista, porque ella dijo que si necesitaban apoyo con la selección de las palabras, porque es una selección, una solicitud. Recuerden que hay que pedir las cosas de muy buena manera, siempre, siempre con respeto, siempre de pronto resaltando primero lo que dijo Natalia, o sea, estamos agradecidos, digo que no queremos sonar como que no estamos agradecidos, que esto no nos gusta, que no, o sea, este proyecto tiene tales y tales cosas buenas, solamente que pues nos estamos sintiendo un poquito agotados y necesitamos que nos boten un salvavidas, ayuda por favor, ¿sí? Entonces solicitamos al instituto si nos puede brindar una solución y pues y al instituto y la gobernación, ¿no? Si nos pueden brindar alguna solución. Ustedes ya saben que parte del instituto esa va a ser la solución, porque pues sí, les queríamos decir, bueno, con su carta lo que nosotros plantearíamos sería esto. Y pues si ustedes están de acuerdo desde ya, ya solo nos faltaría que allá nos aprueben. ¿Listo, muchachos? Sí a todo, ¿verdad? Ese silencio significa que todos están de acuerdo. Está quedando en la grabación.
Totalmente de acuerdo.
Sí, perfecto.
Sí, claro.
Muchas
Sí,
gracias.
niña.
Bueno, ya luego les paso fecha de cumpleaños, día de la encuesta de este ciclo, todo para que, sí, les da risa, me dirán, ja, no mentiras, es molestando. Muchachos, no les quito más tiempo. Laurita, sí, ahí quedamos a ver cómo se hace esa logística para que mañana llegue la cartica.
Listo. Ujú, sí,
Y los
listo, claro.
veré, ahorita me cuentas, me imagino que van a participar, ¿no? El examen,
Como
todo el mundo
siempre.
se va a sacar buena nota estudiando, seguramente, espero, todos siempre las pilas puestas, la mejor actitud, todos participando y demás, ¿verdad?
Ujú. Listo,
Chao, que
Carito.
estén.
Muchas
Buena
gracias.
noche. Chao, chao a
Chao.
ustedes.
Buenas
Chao.
noches.
Bueno,
Gracias.
mijo.
Hasta luego.
Muchas
Chao.
gracias.
Chao.
Gracias.
Bueno, chicos, por eso no les había contado nada. Era la sorpresa, pues, y obviamente esperando que todo salga lo mejor posible, ¿no? Entonces ya ahí estaremos hablando con los compañeros del otro grupo para que ustedes puedan también firmar la carta con ellos, ¿ok?
Sí, profe, gracias.
Listo,
Okay,
chicos.
teacher.
Okay. So we can continue. Let's take a look. Okay, here. All right, guys. So that was just a short pause, parenthesis in our class. And we can continue working on the activity. So in part 2, remember? So as I was saying, we have some verbs that are used only with gerunds, only with infinitives, and all others that are used with both, okay? So we need to take this into account. For now, because we are learning about it, we don't have much experience with it. It is useful that you can check the grammar part, like the explanation, to check for the verbs that are used in these cases. All right, I think I have a link here. Let me check. Okay, yes. So I have some verbs. I'll send you this document or this website so you can check. Some verbs like aim, arrange, expect, hope are used with infinitives. No, I hope to finish the course soon. I plan to visit my family during the holidays. Okay, so these verbs are often used with infinitives. Other verbs that are used with gerunds are verbs that we talk about, like, right? Like, dislike, enjoy, hate, okay? Admit, consider, los de opinión, también son con gerundio. Look forward to, recommend, etc. Okay? And here are some verbs that are different with infinitives or with ing forms. Entonces, estos verbos, la característica que tienen es que su significado cambia si los usamos con ing o con el to más el infinitivo. El verbo forget o remember, bueno, vamos a verlo rápidamente, ¿no? Porque esto sale como de lo que vimos en la gramática, pero es importante que lo conozcamos. El forget y el remember. Entonces, cuando los usamos con ing, when we use this with ing, is to talk about a situation or event in the past. So I say, I will never forget riding my first bike. This is something that happened in the past, and I will never forget about it. Or, do you remember learning to ride? This is also from the past. If I use it with to plus infinitive, it's something that I should do or should have done. Algo que yo debo hacer o que debí haber hecho. Don't forget to call him or don't forget to phone him, okay? Entonces no olvides llamarlo. This is something I should do or should have done. Remember to do your homework, okay? So you cannot forget about this. You have to do this, okay? This is the difference with ing and to with the verbs forget and remember, okay? Well, the others you can check on your own. I just wanted to clarify forget and remember because they are very common. Well, you can check the others. Go on, regret, stop, or try, okay? They have different meanings with ing or with infinitives. Okay? All right, guys. Questions in this part? No questions? Only study and practice? All right.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so in the next ones, we were in number 3, yes? Are you happy to chat to people that you don't know, or do you tend to stick with people you know? Number 4, let's hear maybe Jose. How did you complete the sentence? Number 4.
Okay, teacher. Number 4.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you better at remembering people's names or remembering their faces?
Yes, it is correct. Are you better at? We use the gerund because this is a preposition. Entonces, con preposiciones usamos gerundio. Are you better at remembering people's names or remembering their faces? Lisette, for number 5.
Okay. Do you mainly choose clothes to get noticed, to fit in with other people, to feel comfortable, or some other reason?
Yes, this is all of them are with to. Clothes to get noticed, to fit in with other people, or to feel comfortable. All of them talk about purpose, okay? So when we talk about purpose or the reason for something, we use to, okay? And Maveli, the last one, number 6.
And number 6, which do you prefer, taking photographs, being photographed, or neither?
Okay, let's see in this case. Let's see. What is the thing here? It is correct. Do you prefer taking photographs or being photographed, or neither? Okay. So because we are starting the sentence, we use the gerund form. Okay. Taking photographs, being photographed, or neither. Okay. Here you can check the question, the answer, sorry. Going, getting, to chat, to stick, remembering, to get, to fit, to feel, and taking being. Okay. Now, as I told you, we are going to discuss this question. So I want to ask you first, voluntarily, if you want to give your opinion on these questions. So how would you feel about going on a big social gathering, a big event alone? So on your own, how would you feel? Anyone that would like to answer, you can raise your hand, give me your opinion.
Me too.
Okay, Julian, thank you.
One time I went to a cinema alone.
Okay, and how did you feel?
I think that because I was around 12 or 13 or 14 years, I didn't feel anything mm, rare, raro, no,
Okay, weird.
weird, yeah.
Okay, so you felt
But
normal.
yeah, but then thinking about is weird for me. It
Okay,
was weird.
the question is, would you do this again? So now,
No, obviously
no,
not.
no, you would feel weird. Okay, thank you, Julian. Okay, anyone else that would like to give out an opinion about the first? So imagine you are invited to a party, maybe a wedding or a birthday, but you have to go alone. So there's no friends, maybe one friend, but imagine it's like the marriage and they are busy and you are the only friend there. You don't know anyone else. How would you feel? Lisette?
Teacher, for me, I think I would feel nervous.
Mhm.
I think I would feel like I am not in the correct place,
Okay.
because being alone without someone that I know, I think it would give me so much pressure because I'm shy,
Okay.
and it would be difficult to me talking to others.
Okay. It will be difficult for you to talk to others. Okay. Thank you, Lisette. Good. Now, another question. So, for the second question, on average, en promedio, how much time do you spend getting ready before you go out?
Okay, teacher,
Okay,
in my
Andres?
case, on average, I spend about 30 minutes getting ready before I go out
Mhm.
because I like to make sure and I look presentable to before go out
Okay,
and
you
put
look
together
presentable.
in order. Yes, presentable. Yes.
Mhm. Okay, so maybe you try on different clothes, like to see what looks better. Yes? Different
Yes,
outfits.
exactly. Yes.
I understand.
Yes, I.
Okay, very good. All right. Now, thank you, Andres. For the third question, at parties, are you usually happy to chat to people that you don't know? Or do you tend to stick with your friends, your acquaintances? Maveli?
Um, and I used to talk with people I know.
Okay. So you stay with the people you know? You don't feel comfortable talking to strangers in the party?
Sometimes, but it isn't usually. I don't like to socialize. I'm a little shy.
Okay, so you prefer to stay with the people that you know, not so much socializing with strangers
Yes,
or
yes.
other people. Okay, I see. Let's see, anyone else has a different opinion? Maybe you are more extroverted, outgoing. Maybe another.
I'm
Yes.
introvert, so I tend to stay with people I know.
Okay, so
Yes.
I
But
think
if I feel alone, I'm that kind of person that is introvert, but when I have to be outgoing, like extrovert, I can do it.
okay, you can do it. So
Yes.
maybe if you are like bored or you want to meet
Yes.
someone, then you
And
can be
and if
outgoing.
yes, and if I have some interest in that person or people or persons, I always try to talk to them first.
Okay, I see. All right, thank you, Silvia and Mabeli, for participating in this part. Number 4. So, are you better at remembering people's names or their faces? Yes, Jessit, tell me.
Teacher, in my case, I am better remember people's their face. Sorry, their face. I am no good
With the
remembering
names?
names. I had a
Okay.
bad meaning,
Yeah, a bad memory for the
a bad
names.
memory for the name. Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Jessit. Yes, I see Carlos also has
Yes,
your
teacher, in
hand.
my case, I similar to Yesid because I don't remember any names of many people, but I remember better their face.
Yes, yes, it also happens to me as well. Sometimes I see students on the street, like previous students, and I see, I know the face, but I cannot remember the name. It also happens to me. Okay, guys, good. Now, the next question. So, do you mainly choose clothes to get you noticed? So, to attract attention or to fit in with others, like you are low key, like nobody notices you, to feel comfortable, or any other reason of how you choose your clothes? Okay, let's see who would like to participate in this case. Jeanette, thank you.
Yes, teacher. I think it depends on the occasion. If it is elegant or important, I dress to be noticed. But usually I dress to be comfortable.
Okay, so maybe in a party or a special event, you like to dress nicely so to get some attention, but
Yes.
in your everyday life, you prefer to be comfortable. All right, good. And now let's see the last one. Which one do you prefer? Taking photographs, being photographed, or neither? You don't like photographs, to take them, or to be photographed? So who would like to tell me?
Actually, in my case, neither. I don't like take photos and be photographed.
Okay, neither. No taking the photos or being photographed.
Exactly.
Okay, anyone else?
I prefer taking photographs because I love taking photos.
You love taking the photographs? Okay.
Yes.
And you don't like being photographed? You don't like it so much?
No, actually, yes, but
Okay. So
I
you like
prefer
both?
taking photographs, yes.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm reading here. La coordinadora Lilian me está comentando, bueno, que los chicos del otro grupo sí nos van a enviar la carta, nos van a compartir la información. Entonces, pues pueden estar pendientes esta noche o mañana en la mañana si es posible para que ustedes la puedan firmar, ¿no? Recuerden que la coordinadora nos mencionó que esto debemos hacerlo rápido porque ya va a empezar el otro ciclo y debemos finalizar como esas cuestiones esta semana. Entonces, si ellos me la comparten ahorita en la noche, apenas yo la tenga, se las envío, les envío la información, o si no, mañana en la mañana, ¿ok? Para que todos estén pendientes.
Okay, teacher.
All right, guys. Okay, so let's see. We can do our listening activity. Maybe not the complete activity, a part of it, because we need to take the time for the feedback, okay, on your projects. So we're going to start here. In the listening part, we're going to hear 2 news stories about celebrities and the media, okay? So we have the stories here. We're going to listen to them. Well, let's read the phrases and see if you have any idea what this is about. To have an extramarital affair, to have a strong family image, to be a hypocrite or hypocritical, to take legal action, to bully and tease someone, and to have a right to privacy. So any words here that are unfamiliar to us that we don't recognize? Like an extramarital affair, is it clear?
It's like infidelity.
Yes.
Okay.
And this, to bully and tease someone.
No, teacher.
Burlarse de alguien.
So bully, yes, bully, we know this word, like hacer bullying, tratar mal. Tease is like provocar, ¿no? Burlarse, provocar a una persona, to tease someone. Okay, the others are clear. And the story number 2, we have a tabloid newspaper. Remember what is a tabloid? We already know. For example, Cubo is a tabloid. To experience paranoia, to appear in court, to hack into someone's phone, to accuse someone wrongly, and to receive compensation. Okay? So these are some phrases that are related to each story. So we are going to listen to the stories and answer both of these questions, okay? Why has the unnamed entertainer taken legal action? And what happened to Charlotte Morland and her mother? Okay, let's see how much.
Unit 12, recording 2.
Okay, can you listen to it? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
1.
An unnamed entertainer has today taken out an injunction to prevent the news media from publishing details of an extramarital affair that he had with a colleague last year. The entertainer, a married father of 3, is described as a household name with a strong image as a family man. He says in a statement released by his lawyers that he and his family have a right to privacy and that he has taken legal action to prevent his children from being bullied and teased at school.
2. The singer Charlotte Morland appeared in court today to describe the suffering that phone hacking by tabloid newspapers has caused her and her family. Repeated hacking into her private voicemail messages meant that details of her mother's mental illness were published in a number of newspapers, eventually causing her mother to have a breakdown. Miss Morland described the paranoia she experienced as she read newspaper stories about information that she had only revealed to close friends and family members, and how she had wrongly accused friends of selling stories to journalists.
Okay, let's pay attention one more time.
Unit 12, Recording 2. 1.
An unnamed entertainer has today taken out an injunction to prevent the news media from publishing details of an extramarital affair that he had with a colleague last year. The entertainer, a married father of 3, is described as a household name with a strong image as a family man. He says in a statement released by his lawyers that he and his family have a right to privacy and that he has taken legal action to prevent his children from being bullied and teased at school.
2. The singer Charlotte Morland appeared in court today to describe the suffering that phone hacking by tabloid newspapers has caused her and her family. Repeated hacking into her private voicemail messages meant that details of her mother's mental illness were published in a number of newspapers, eventually causing her mother to have a breakdown. Miss Morland described the paranoia she experienced as she read newspaper stories about information that she had only revealed to close friends and family members, and how she had wrongly accused friends of selling stories to journalists.
All right, guys, do we need to listen a third time to get all the details, or do you have the answers for questions 1 and 2?
One more time, please,
Okay,
teacher.
listen one more time.
Yes, teacher, please.
Okay.
Unit 12, Recording 2. 1.
An unnamed entertainer has today taken out an injunction to prevent the news media from publishing details of an extramarital affair that he had with a colleague last year. The entertainer, a married father of 3, is described as a household name with a strong image as a family man. He says in a statement released by his lawyers that he and his family have a right to privacy and that he has taken legal action to prevent his children from being bullied and teased at school.
2. The singer Charlotte Morland appeared in court today to describe the suffering that phone hacking by tabloid newspapers has caused her and her family. Repeated hacking into her private voicemail messages meant that details of her mother's mental illness were published in a number of newspapers, eventually causing her mother to have a breakdown. Miss Morland described the paranoia she experienced as she read newspaper stories about information that she had only revealed to close friends and family members, and how she had wrongly accused friends of selling stories to journalists.
All right, guys, let's see what answers could you get from this one. So the first question was, why has the unnamed entertainer taken legal action? Carlos, go ahead.
Yes, teacher. But for public details of marital relationship.
Yes, for the media to publishing details about his extramarital affair, because he has the right to privacy, right? He mentioned, and to avoid his children to being bullied and teased at school. This is the reason why. And in the second one, what happened to Charlotte Morland and her mother? You can raise your hand.
She's suffering a hack into her phone.
Mm-hmm. So she was hacked. And
Yes.
what happened with the hacking? What else is mentioned in the audio?
Teacher, they publish details of her mother mental illness.
Yes, good. Yes, they published the details of her mother's mental illness, and also this gave Charlotte paranoia because she saw details that she only told her friends or close family members. So it was causing her paranoia as well. Okay, you can see all of the summary in here. All right, guys. Thank you. Well, that is all that we can do for today in the listening activity. It was just important for us to check the vocabulary also related to media. But now I want to focus on your projects. The first project advances. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 students have already uploaded this. So I will have some time to check them. The other students who have not uploaded it, you can use this time to work on your first advances, okay? Let's check the document, the format, to see what I'm going to grade tomorrow, what I will be looking for in your activities, okay? So for this project advance, the first one, we have to upload a Word document of 1 letter size page that contains these chunks of information, the type of issue that you are going to discuss. For example, that girls face more pressure, peer pressure than boys, or that voting age should be lower to 16, humans should not eat animals, etc. So any controversial topic that is not religious or political, you can choose. You have to say why you chose it, why is this topic controversial, when it happened, if it's one event, or when it happens generally, how it happened or how it happens, and a basic description of this issue. Okay, so this is what I will be looking for in your activities. So the first one was just see it, so I'll start with this one. Okay, remember guys, so I will be talking directly to Jessit. You can take the time to work on your own projects, okay? I'll give Jessit some feedback on this. Okay? Okay, here. Reveals that the annual report of the ONU Office on Drugs and Crime what is more. Here I would put like a different punctuation, punto y coma, maybe. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
What is more? Colombia, marijuana is the illicit substance with the highest consumption. People report having used it in the last year. Of these, 40% classify in the groups in a situation of abuse or dependency, which represent a little more than 148,000 people. However, marijuana consumption worldwide has been a controversial issue to such an extent that countries such as the United States, Uruguay, Mexico, Canada, among others, have chosen to legalize it. In in order to, well, the document suggests only 2, but it's okay, in order to reduce the problem that is illegality and importance brings. For medicine and treatment, aquí hay un punto. Sí, entonces ahí
Yes,
está.
teacher.
Hay que revisar la puntuación. Check punctuation here. Highly complex disease such as cancer, HIV, Alzheimer, and Parkinson. On other hand, we say, on the other hand,
Okay,
in
teacher.
Colombia, it is still illegal and only medicinal and non-recreational use. It is still illegal and only medicinal and non-recreational use is allowed. Which has been a problem that has generated controversy. Furthermore, despite the risks and side effects, cannabis is the most popular illegal drug among young people, and the debate that takes place on its legalization in many parts of the world shows that acceptance is growing on public opinion. Based on the above, sectors have proposed, like the countries mentioned, above and above, okay? So you are repeating the word here.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, to leave marijuana in the same state as alcohol and tobacco, subject to regulation, but these have been the arguments for and against. In this case, this is like more detailed. So I think this is, well, it's very long. It's, you can, well, this is like the second part of it, okay? Ya aquí veo como la
Okay.
segunda parte del proyecto. Entonces, recordemos, por ahora, bueno, está bien que lo hayas avanzado. Lo que nos enfocamos es, bueno, ¿cuál es tu problema? El que elegiste, ¿verdad? No, no tuyo, sino el problema que elegiste.
Okay.
Em, ¿Por qué lo elegiste? Entonces, aquí ya empezaste como a hacer el ensayo. Faltaría como responder eso, ¿no? Aquí todavía puede ser personal. I chose this topic because I believe would be important, bla, 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 ¿ok? Entonces,
Okay,
la
teacher.
razón por la cual lo elegiste, bueno, controversial, eso lo mencionaste, eso también, cuándo ocurre, cómo ocurre, también lo incluiste, y una descripción básica. Yes? So, the arguments against or for, you can just keep for the next presentation, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, good. Thank you, Yesid. Yes, Gerson, tell me.
Teacher, what do you recommend? Should I put the each title and later give the one-to-one the answer, or only write only the test, or
Okay,
divide between title and title?
what do you mean, the title?
No, the different question. Sorry, teacher. Different question. That's
Okay.
a different question.
Like here, like la división de lo que les dije o a
It's
qué te
mean, yes, it's mean.
Ok,
Sí, teacher,
no necesariamente lo
o sea,
debes
que es
dividir.
mejor colocar las preguntas. Ah,
Ok,
no, sorry.
puede ser cualquiera de las dos opciones. Simplemente incluyen la información, obviamente teniendo en cuenta las preguntas, pero no tienen que poner la pregunta literalmente, sino pues que se responda, ¿no? El tipo de problema que elegí es este, lo elegí por esta razón, considero que es controversial por esto, ocurre de tal manera, ¿ok? O sea, lo puedes hacer como párrafos, pero pues respondiendo las preguntas. Yes?
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. The Sylvia's document or project is the disadvantages of being a woman in the workplace. Okay. Yo sugeriría, como estamos hablando de que realizaremos una presentación que es similar a un ensayo. Entonces, tenemos los argumentos en contra, a favor. Entonces, como es tipo ensayo, generalmente se abriría con una pregunta, ¿no? Is being a woman a disadvantage in the workplace? Okay, for example.
Okay, teacher.
Sorry, cool.
But maybe the question that I wrote down in the second paragraph. No,
Here?
not that, but the last one. You are working when, oh no, no. Yes, this paragraph. But
Here. Okay.
yes.
Yeah, so you're working when you couldn't before, so what's the problem? Yes, it can be. So you have to check well the title for the topic. Well, let me read it and we'll have some feedback. As a woman, I've experienced a social barrier between men and women. Even in some places, we don't see at first glance, como de primer momento, ¿no? At first glance, como eso sería como a primera vista, at first glance. But later, as we grow up, we understand the difference and the meaning. I think the place where we women feel this different and disadvantage. Okay, aquí hay que mirar la reacción. I think the place where we feel this difference harder, no, more strongly. Okay, or maybe I think the place where we feel this difference más notoriamente, like this harder, it sounds weird here. Notoriously, okay, is in the workplace. These topics are controversial. Why? Because it bothers people. It bothers, aquí no va la coma. It bothers who? Ahí te falta, porque molesta a quién. It bothers los verbos en inglés no los podemos usar sin un objeto, ¿no? O sobre quién recaiga esa acción. Because it bothers some people, for example, right? Y ahí pondrás un punto. Some people don't want to change the system because they keep thinking that there aren't disadvantages. I will say here. Bothers. And change the system because they keep thinking there aren't disadvantages. So you're working when you couldn't before. So what's the problem? Here are some disadvantages that women have to face. Women always have to fight to achieve things. Before we couldn't even vote or speak because they weren't right. We weren't allowed to. No teníamos permitido. We weren't allowed to. We couldn't study either, and although today there are more women in school and universities, differences still persist. At work, most of us need to be more persistent, do things 200% better, and all because we need to demonstrate we know what we're doing. Even sometimes we need to be bitter to be taken seriously. This happens in careers like engineering, law, medicine, economics, and careers that are considered like masculine careers. Consider like, esto es muy informal, ¿ok? O de muy del speaking. Esto es una muletilla. Entonces, esto lo quitamos. They are considered masculine careers, ¿ok? We need to understand the social situation like this are not universal and may vary based on factors such as geographic location, industry, individual circumstances. Here are other some specific barriers that are common to all countries. Okay, it's good. I like it. So remember, just make sure that you answer all the questions that are asked in the format, okay? Gender bias and stereotypes, pay inequality, limited representation in leadership roles, gender basis, implicit biases, lack of representation in male-dominated industries. Yes, it's okay. All right, so just check those observations. Thank you, Silvia. I don't think I can do all of you. Let's see how many can I do for now, okay? Let's see. So Natalia is scientific experimentation on animals. Why I chose it, I is you, okay? ¿Por qué lo elegí? I chose it. I chose this issue because I think that the mistreatment that animals receive in scientific experimentation centers is too cruel and unnecessary. I believe there are other methods that are friendlier and more effective than continuing with animal experimentation. It is correct. Why is it controversial? It's controversial issue because animals under experimentation suffer extremely. there are many people, including me, who believe that animals should not be allowed to suffer. And on the other hand, there are people who believe that is a necessary evil to improve the quality of human life. Yes, this is a perfect like a structure, Natalia. It's clear that you have both sides of the equation, so you can use these ideas later to do your paragraphs, okay? When it happened, this idea to know what happens to the world around us is not new. Experimentation dates back to the writing of the Greeks in the 4th and 3rd centuries. 4th and 3rd? Okay, 4th and 3rd centuries, not being among the first to perform experiments on live animals. Aristotle's modern animal experimentation began in the 16th century with Andreas Berzelius and his Italian colleagues and continues today. Okay, how it happens. Non-human animals are used in laboratories for various purposes. Example of animal experimentation include product testing, the use of animals as research models, educational tools. Within each of these categories, there might also be many different purposes for which they are used. For example, some are used as tools for military biomedical research, some are used to test cosmetics or household cleaning products, and some in this section. Some are, aquí volvería yo a repetir las sugerencias que te hizo el documento, and some are used in this section classes to teach teenagers about frog anatomy or to conduct a doctoral dissertation. The number of animals in experimentation is undoubtedly smaller than that of animals used in other settings such as farms or fishing industry. Still, it is estimated that more than 100 million animals are used each year, with a significant number. The ways in which these animals can be harmed in experimental procedures, also known as vivisection, vary. However, almost all processes that animals suffer significantly, and most of them in the death of the animals. Okay, it's very good, Natalia. Very well done. I don't have much feedback to give you. I like how it's structured, very clear. Okay. Thank you, Natalia. Yes,
Okay,
I
teacher,
think
thank
it's
you.
very, very good. Okay, Maveli, let's see the next. Okay. The impact of artificial intelligence on employment threat or opportunity. Okay, I like the question. Very good. AI is development of computer systems capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence, learning, problem solving, and decision making. Nowadays, this theme has gained relevance because every day the industry can develop the tech, yo diría the tech industry, okay? ¿A cuál industria te refieres? Tech industry can develop better tools to make human life easier. However, the rapid progress of artificial intelligence has ignited consensus debates among employees and professionals across sectors. Some people believe that the industry 4.0 may potentially replace human labor in numerous fields. Okay. Ok, acá debemos responder la pregunta ¿por qué lo elegí? Why I chose it, ok. Aquí
Esa
está.
de último.
Ah, ok, ok. Increase productivity, AI can help employees automating repetitive and routine tasks, okay, by saving time and resources, empowers employees to be more productive and concentrate on tasks that require unique human skills, enhance accuracy, for example, scientific research can analyze large amounts of data, job displacement, a threat, okay, a concern that I might searching jobs. Ok, está bien, la estructura ya veo que estás como creando el ensayo, pues como lo mismo que le indiqué a Jessie, ya eso sería más como la segunda parte. Por ahora nos enfocamos en, bueno, el problema, por qué lo elegimos y los datos principales, ¿no? De aquí, por ejemplo, lo que pusiste, cómo ocurre, por qué ocurre, ¿ok? Aquí ya estás más como tratando o ahondando en los argumentos de cada parte, ¿ok? Entonces, eso todavía no lo vamos a revisar en esta entrega, ya sería para más adelante, ¿ok? In my opinion, this theme is important because it's undeniable that there have been rapid advancements in AI technology. Furthermore, this topic holds relevance not only for those currently in the workforce, but also in the future generations entering an increasingly automated world. Is correct. It's fascinating because it raises significant aspects and challenges to think critically about the interplay between technology, employment, and human well-being. Yes, it is very good. It's correct. So, guys, this is for all of you. Focus on the questions. Entonces, digamos, en la parte de por qué es controversial, aquí podemos incluir como esa pequeña introducción a nuestros argumentos, lo que van a ser nuestros argumentos, ¿no? Entonces, es controversial porque hay partes, sí, en la tecnología o hay detractores, sí, hay personas que están de acuerdo por X o Y brevemente y otros que están en desacuerdo por X o Y. También es como ese pequeño resumen de lo que va a ser después nuestro argumento desarrollado con ejemplos, datos, cifras, ¿ok? Entonces, por ahora estamos viendo como ese boceto, ¿no? ¿Cuál es el tema? ¿Por qué lo elegimos? Información básica, es decir, cómo ocurre, cuándo ocurre y por qué es controversial. Ahí es donde incluimos como la introducción a nuestros argumentos, a favor y en contra, ¿ok? Todavía no vamos a revisar los argumentos como tal, si están estructurados con ejemplos o con cifras, sino simplemente como el primer draft, el boceto, ¿ok? ¿Listo, chicos?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Claro. Okay. Thank you, guys. I could not read all of the rest of you. I'm sorry. So if you have any like corrections to make, you can do it here. I will check on Friday. Yes, Johan?
Teacher, es que, bueno, yo subí mi documento, pero pues todavía no lo he terminado.
Ok,
Entonces,
no hay problema. Lo pueden seguir, si lo pueden seguir editando. Y si no, me cuentan y pues yo lo borro y ustedes lo vuelven a cargar. Creo que todavía que lo pueden editar ahí. Entonces, yo los voy a revisar el viernes, ¿ok? Entonces, ya para el viernes en la mañana, que estén... Elkin, ok. Ese tema que me mencionas puede ser controversial. Lo que no veo es, bueno, cómo lo sustentarías con datos, cifras, ejemplos, ¿sí? Si lo puedes hacer, you can go for it, ¿ok?
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Ujú. Ok, chicos. Entonces vamos a terminar por ahora. Estén pendientes de la información sobre el documento, ¿ok? Para sus firmas. Sorry, guys.
Thank you,
Bye,
teacher.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.